You're losing money every second you don't know this. The rich have a secret, a formula so powerful it multiplies their wealth on autopilot. They don't chase money, they make money chase them. It's not just compounding, it's something bigger. A hidden system that accelerates your path to riches 10 times faster than what they teach you. And here's the truth. 99% of people will never use it. But in the next few minutes, I'll break it down, step by step. Miss this, and you'll keep grinding forever. Master it, and your money will never stop growing. Let's dive in. Today, I'll show you how to unlock the 3x compounding effect, a method to grow your money, skills, and network at the same time. You'll also learn the Money Replication Loop, a strategy to multiply your money infinitely so it never stops growing. Then I'll reveal the Hidden Time Multiplier, a technique that compresses decades of compounding into just a few years. Finally, I'll break down the infinite money machine, the secret behind how the rich make their money work so hard that they never need to work again. But before we dive into these steps, let me first reveal the hidden secrets of compounding that most people never realize. Why your relationships determine your success, even more than hard work. You've probably heard the phrase, your network is your net worth, but most people completely misunderstand what that actually means. They think networking is about collecting business cards, attending events, or sending random LinkedIn messages, hoping someone will hand them an opportunity. But that's not networking. That's just hoping to get lucky. The wealthy, they don't chase contacts. They build trust. They invest in relationships long before they need them. They offer help, share insights, and create value for others. Not because they expect something in return right away, but because they understand that strong connections pay off over time. Meanwhile, most people only start networking when they need a job, a loan, or a favor. They reach out to someone they haven't spoken to in years, and then wonder why their messages go unanswered. Here's the reality. People don't do business with strangers. They do business with those they trust. Successful people don't just show up when it's convenient for them. They stay consistent, reliable, and helpful. So when the right opportunity comes along, their name is the first one mentioned. They also understand that who you surround yourself with matters. They choose to be around people who push them to grow, challenge their thinking, and bring out their best. And they distance themselves from those who complain, make excuses, or drain their energy. Because the truth is, your circle is either lifting you up or holding you back. The rich don't beg for opportunities. They create so much value that opportunities come to them. They don't have to constantly sell themselves because their reputation does that for them. They don't struggle to find the right rooms. They get invited in. And all of this happens because they consistently nurture relationships. One conversation, one introduction, one helpful action at a time. To outsiders, it might look like luck, but in reality, it's just the power of compounding relationships. Meanwhile, those who ignore this principle sit around wondering why success never finds them. They refresh their inbox, hoping for a lucky break, without realizing that luck isn't given. It's built through connections. While they've been waiting for someone to change their life, someone else has been building the relationships that make success inevitable. How small habits decide your financial future. Whether you realize it or not, your daily habits are shaping your future. Every small action, what you do, what you skip, what you prioritize, is quietly adding up. The real question is, are your habits working for you or against you? Most people who struggle financially aren't lazy. They're just stuck in routines that keep them in the same place. They put off investing. They spend more than they earn. They chase short-term comfort instead of long-term security. And every time they do, they reinforce a cycle that keeps them from getting ahead. Wealthy people, they play the game differently. They know success isn't about one big breakthrough. It's about small, consistent actions that build over time. They don't wait until they have more money to start saving. They build the habit early, even if it's just a tiny amount. They don't exercise only when they feel like it. They make health a priority because a strong body leads to a strong mind, and a strong mind makes better decisions. They don't waste hours scrolling through distractions. They focus their time on learning, growing, and improving. It's not about huge changes. It's about getting just a little better every day, saving a little more, reading a little longer, cutting one unnecessary expense. Not because they expect overnight success, but because they understand that small improvements compound into massive results over time. Meanwhile, people who ignore this principle stay stuck, waiting for a lucky break that never comes. They assume success is about talent or luck, never realizing that their daily choices are either setting them up for wealth or keeping them trapped in the same cycle. At the end of the day, you're either compounding growth or compounding regret. One builds your future, the other steals it. The choice? That's up to you. If you're finding this video helpful and want more content like this, drop a more in the comments. The hidden power of compounding, how the rich get richer. Most people think getting rich happens overnight. Some big break, a lucky stock pick, or a massive windfall. But the truth, it's way simpler than that. Real wealth doesn't come from chasing quick wins. It comes from small, smart decisions repeated over time. That's what the rich understand. The broke? They're always looking for shortcuts, jumping from one big opportunity to the next, never giving their money the chance to grow. Albert Einstein once called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Why? Because it quietly turns small amounts of money into massive fortunes, if you let it. Think of every dollar you invest like a tiny employee working 24/7 to make you more money. The wealthy let their dollars multiply. They don't pull out investments early for a new car or an expensive trip. They know that the longer they let compounding do its thing, the bigger their returns. On the flip side, most people keep interrupting the process. They cash out too soon, hesitate to start, or waste money on things that lose value the moment they buy them. And every time they do that, they hit the reset button on their financial growth. Henry Ford once said, "Most people get ahead during the time that others waste." And that's the key difference between those who build wealth and those who don't. It's not luck. It's not intelligence. It's discipline. The rich see money as a tool to build something bigger. They plant their dollars like seeds, water them, and wait. Over time, those seeds turn into an entire forest. Meanwhile, the broke, they spend every dollar as soon as they get it, never thinking about the future. Then they wonder why they're always struggling. Here's the truth. Compounding is always happening. It can work for you, making you richer over time, or it can work against you, keeping you stuck. The only question is, are you building a fortune or are you building regrets? How the smart get smarter and the broke stay stuck. Ever notice how some people seem to get ahead in life while others keep running in circles? It's not luck. It's not talent. It's what they do with what they learn. Rich people don't just absorb knowledge, they use it. Every book, every lesson, every mistake, they take it, apply it, and build on it. Over time, their understanding grows, their decisions improve, and their success compounds. The broke? They love the idea of learning, but never follow through. They binge watch motivational videos, read books, take courses, but when it's time to act, they freeze. They tell themselves they need more research, more time, more confidence. Meanwhile, nothing changes. They treat knowledge like a collection of souvenirs, stacking up advice but never putting it to work. Then, when they don't see results, they assume learning doesn't work. The wealthy take a different approach. They don't just memorize information, they experiment with it. They take a strategy, test it, tweak it, and refine it until it works for them. Every skill they learn makes the next one easier. Every mistake teaches them something new. Instead of fearing failure, they use it as feedback. If something doesn't work, they ask why, then adjust and try again. Over time, this process makes them sharper, faster, and more confident in their decisions. They also know that who they learn from matters. They don't take advice from people who are just as lost as they are. Instead, they seek out mentors, surround themselves with smart conversations, and stay curious. Because here's the truth. Knowledge works just like money. It compounds. The more you learn, the better your decisions, the faster you improve, and the easier it gets to build wealth. But if you never invest in learning, ignorance compounds too. One day you wake up wondering why nothing in your life has changed, without realizing that staying in the dark was costing you the whole time. How energy shapes your success and why most people ignore it. Let's talk about something that doesn't get enough attention: your energy. Most people think success is all about money, skills, or connections. But here's the truth. None of that matters if you don't have the energy to use it. Think of energy like fuel. It doesn't matter how powerful your engine is. If you're running on empty, you're going nowhere. The problem: most people waste their energy on things that drain them instead of things that drive them forward. They get caught up in negativity, gossip, drama, pointless arguments. They surround themselves with people who complain instead of people who inspire. They push their body to the limit, sacrificing sleep and health, then wonder why they feel exhausted. Meanwhile, successful people protect their energy like it's their greatest asset. They know that every decision, every habit, and every person they engage with is either fueling their success or pulling them backward. They don't waste time on distractions. If something isn't helping them grow, they cut it off. They prioritize their health. They treat their body like a machine, fueling it with good food, movement, and rest. They surround themselves with winners. They choose to be around people who challenge, support, and elevate them. Because here's the thing: energy compounds. The more you protect and direct it toward the right things, the more momentum you build. But if you waste it on things that don't matter, you'll always feel stuck, tired, and frustrated. Tony Robbins says it best: where focus goes, energy flows. If you're constantly distracted, unmotivated, or running on fumes, you're letting your energy slip away. But if you manage it wisely, you become unstoppable. So ask yourself, are you using your energy to build your future? Or are you letting it drain away? How your mindset controls your success, even more than money. Most people don't realize this, but your mindset compounds, just like your money. Every thought you repeat, every belief you reinforce, every attitude you carry, it's all adding up. Either it's working in your favor, building momentum toward success, or it's quietly holding you back, keeping you stuck in the same place year after year. Some people live in a cycle of small thinking. They see challenges and assume they'll never get past them. They believe success is for other people, not them. They tell themselves, I could never do that, so they never even try. But successful people, they think differently. They don't just hope for big things, they expect them. They treat failure as a lesson, not a dead end. They know setbacks aren't signs to quit, they're just part of the process. Think about Michael Jordan. Everyone remembers the championships, the game-winning shots, the moments of greatness. But what most people forget is that he was cut from his high school basketball team. Most would have taken that as proof they weren't good enough. He took it as fuel. Instead of giving up, he worked harder. He believed in himself before the world ever did. That mindset, compounded over years of effort, is what made him one of the greatest of all time. And that's exactly how success works. Some people train their minds to see problems. Others train their minds to see solutions. Some wait for confidence. Others act first and let confidence build over time. Some accept the life they were given. Others rewrite the rules and create their own path. The real difference between those who succeed and those who don't, it's not talent. It's not luck. It's how they train their mind to respond to life. Wealthy, successful people don't let negative thoughts take over. They push past self-doubt. They surround themselves with the right influences. They build the habit of expecting more from themselves until success becomes their default mindset. Meanwhile, those who let negativity compound, they stay stuck. The same struggles, the same excuses, the same dreams that never become reality. Because success doesn't start with money, it starts with your mind. The way you think shapes everything else. If you keep doubting yourself, you're compounding failure before you even begin. If you keep pushing forward, learning, and taking action, you're compounding success. One will keep you stuck. The other will make you rich. Which one are you choosing? Now that you know the hidden secrets, let's go deeper into how you can apply this to get rich faster. Step 1. The 3x compounding effect. Stacking multipliers. Most people think wealth is all about growing their money, but that's where they go wrong. True success doesn't come from just one source. It comes from growing in 3 areas at the same time: money, skills, and connections. When you focus on all three, they work together to accelerate your progress in ways that wouldn't be possible if you focused on just one. First, there's money growth, investing in assets that multiply over time. Then there's skill growth, learning high-value skills that increase your earning power. And finally, there's network growth, building relationships that unlock bigger opportunities. Think of it like launching 3 rockets at once. Each one fuels the others, creating unstoppable momentum. For example, if you develop a high-paying skill, you can increase your income. With that extra money, you can start investing, which leads to even more financial growth. Meanwhile, your growing success attracts powerful connections, giving you access to bigger and better opportunities. This cycle keeps reinforcing itself, helping you reach financial independence much faster than if you relied on only one approach. Instead of waiting 30 years to build wealth, you can do it in 5 to 10. That's the power of compounding in multiple areas at once. When you focus on growing your money, skills, and network together, you're not just making progress, you're creating exponential success. Step 2, the money replication loop, multiplying money forever. Most people think investing is a one-time thing. Put money in, wait, and hope it grows. But the rich play a completely different game. They don't just invest, they build money loops that keep multiplying their wealth forever. Here's how it works. You take profits from one investment and use them to fund another. While that second investment grows, the first one keeps compounding. Then you repeat the cycle, creating multiple streams of income that fuel each other. For example, imagine you start a profitable business. Instead of spending all the profits, you use some to buy rental properties. The rental income from those properties, you reinvest it into stocks. The dividends from those stocks, you channel them back into growing your business. Now, instead of just one income stream, you have 3, all working together and building on each other over time. This is how the wealthy make money work for them. They don't let their cash sit in one place. They keep it moving, multiplying, and creating more opportunities. The more loops you build, the faster your wealth compounds, and the less you have to rely on any single source of income. Step 3, the hidden time multiplier. Speeding up compounding, the biggest mistake people make with compounding, they stop too soon. They pull their money out before it has a chance to grow into something massive. Compounding isn't just about time, it's also about speed. The more often your money multiplies, the faster you build real wealth. Instead of waiting for yearly returns from stocks, look for investments that compound monthly or even weekly. Instead of reinvesting profits once a year, put them back to work immediately. And don't just rely on one source. Stack multiple compounding streams at the same time. Think of it like planting trees. If you plant one and wait years for it to grow, progress is slow. But if you keep planting, watering, and adding more trees along the way, you'll soon have an entire forest producing fruit non-stop. The key is momentum. Once you speed up your compounding, financial freedom comes much faster than you think. Step 4, the infinite money machine. When compounding becomes unstoppable, there comes a point where wealth stops being something you chase. It starts growing on its own. This is when compounding becomes unstoppable. Your investments keep multiplying, your skills continue increasing your earning potential, and your network keeps bringing in bigger and better opportunities. It's like a well-oiled machine that never stops. This is how the rich break free from the cycle of working for money. Instead, their money, skills, and connections do the heavy lifting for them. Once you set this system in motion, your financial growth accelerates beyond what you ever thought possible. The key? Keep stacking, keep reinvesting, and let the momentum do the rest. If this video blew your mind, smash that like button so YouTube pushes it to more people. Comment matrix below if you're ready to apply the compounding matrix in your life. And if you're serious about getting rich faster, subscribe now, because my next video will take your wealth game to a whole new level. Let's make money work for us.